Hi everybody, I'm back with another heart. I didn't record this one, been MIA for a few days, figured nobody wanted to see another heart being done. However, that being said, I had a good talking to myself and I have decided that I need to film whatever I want to film, whatever I'm making at the time. So hopefully you'll stick around for that. You know, if not, I understand. But anyway, this is a heart that I am making for someone special. My cousin has placed an order with me and I am making her this heart. She doesn't know it. So I wanted to show everything that's on it. I have included way more beads, as you can see here. This is a big bead here. Lots of knots. Let me see if I can get the light a little better. Look at that. More beads here. And I'm working on this side now. This is the last I have to do, I think. I don't think there's much white visible anywhere else when it's hanging up. And if you remember, this heart was my first one. Didn't use any beads in it at all. But I got this frame at Michael's. Well, I don't know what happened, but Michael's is all sold out everywhere around me. I have two within easy driving distance. So I ordered these off of Amazon. And they're supposed to be 8" as well. And as you can see, I haven't opened them yet. I'm doing this away from the camera so it's not quite so loud with the crinkling. These were, I think, $14, 8" frames for, I don't know, it was probably $14.99, you know, $15, and which is cheaper than Michael's, I must say. I haven't tried them yet, as I said. These do have the hanging hooks on them. This one looks rather loose. I guess you can tighten it. I don't want to mess with it too much. But anyway, let me cut these off. Probably ruin my scissors doing this. These are not my cloth scissors, but still. These zip ties will mess up a pair of scissors in a heartbeat. So if I sound a little out of breath, I ran down to the basement first. So yeah, let's see. Ooh. Oh my. These are really hard to get apart. Wowza. This other one, the other one, this one from Michael's, is really easy to pop off. I'm not going to do it because that one's all set in there. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh my gosh. If you could see. Well, I'm going to have to figure that out. But anyway, these are the frames. I did get them, like I said, on Amazon. Not crazy about that, but, you know, it is what it is. And I'll figure out how to get them apart. So, the good news is you get them apart and you get your fabric in there. You don't have to worry about anybody else trying to get it apart, because if it's that tight without any fabric in it, it's going to be really tight when this is in it. So, I have decided to film on my camera, not my iPad anymore. I was just having too much trouble. I can look up, my camera is close enough that if I look up, I can pretty much see if I'm staying in shot. It's a little bit closer than I'm able to put the iPad. So we'll see. And I figured out I can airdrop anything from my iPhone to my iPad and then edit and stuff on my iPad. So what the heck. Now, I can't guarantee there won't be interruptions in this video from a phone call or whatever, because Tony, the husband, is on his way out to see our horse. And I'm looking at threads while I'm talking to you. And he is going to possibly call. I don't know. Hopefully not, but, you know, I don't ignore his phone calls, especially when he's out on the road. And so, all that being said, let's see, these are the paper scissors. These are the thread. and fabric scissors. All that being said, I hope this finds you well. Let's see, I don't know if I can get this in here. I should be able to. I've been okay. Yesterday was a weird day. I don't know. This has happened to me a couple times already in the last couple months. I don't know what's happening. It's almost like my body is detoxing or something. I don't know. I didn't go out. Did I go out yesterday? Never went outside yesterday. Not even on the deck. Not for nothing. I went outside for nothing yesterday. So I can see when I change subjects here. When I push on this, I can see the white, but when it lays flat, you really can't see that much white. I may either stitch this down so it doesn't lift up, because nothing's going to be pushing on it from the back, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. I've also been using more, I want this really underneath there, so not a lot of white shows. I've been using more, let's see, where are they? More bullions. Here. There's a few more around, I think. So I'm going to put a couple on this side. I don't know why. I was just drawn to working on that side and pretty much ignored this side. And I've been working on this since the weekend. And today is Thursday as I'm filming. Don't know if you'll see this today or tomorrow. But yeah, I've been working on this off and on. But as I said, I haven't felt 100% this week. I'm not sure all what's going on. But yesterday, woke up, crazy sneezing fit first thing in the morning. Have no idea what that was about. Then, ow. Pokey to my finger. Then I don't know. Can you hear that in the background? I'm going to open the door real quick. All this stuff is going on out here. This guy is mowing the grass that's just beyond our section of our yard. We live on a golf course, and no, we're not rich. It just happens to be the house we bought 7 years ago, and just happens to be on a golf course. We don't play golf. Tony used to, but he's got a bad back, so golf doesn't really work for him anymore. And yesterday morning, before I woke up and had the sneezing fit, that's too many. I don't know why I'm doing that. I was rudely awakened by the construction crew, landscaping crew. They've got bulldozers, and they've got earth movers, and they've got backhoes, and every time they do something, of course, they'll push dirt, and then they have to back up. And you know what happens when they back up? Beep, beep, beep. I was in a deep sleep, like having dreams, REM type sleep, and rudely awaken at 6:25. 6:25. They're not supposed to start working around here until 7 o'clock. 6:25. And I was in like a deep sleep. So I got woken up out of that. So rude. And then, sorry, I have to tip this toward me because I got to see where I'm going with it. So, yeah, that happened. And then I got up, of course, went to the restroom. Don't we all go to the restroom when we first wake up? I do. I'm old. That's what my bladder says. Okay, you're conscious. You have to go to the restroom now. And then sat down on the bed, and I drink water, 24 ounces of water with magnesium powder in it every morning, which helps me a lot. I don't drink all 24 ounces all at once, trust me. That's a lot of water to guzzle first thing in the morning. But over about an hour I do that. So I started drinking some of that, and just right after that, just sneezed my brains out, like 5 or 6 sneezes in a row. Then my head was all stuffed up. And I was already feeling like Grumpy McGrumpus and just not with it at all, like foggy brained. And well, that stinks. I just pulled that knot right out through the hole. So we'll just stick it back in there. I'll just keep going this way. And yeah, I was not feeling my best in the first place from being awakened out of a deep sleep. And so I, then had to blow and blow and blow my nose. And then I tried to lay back down. Didn't work. All that beeping and crap outside that was going on. And then they started moving further down away from the house. So it got a little better, a little quieter. And it was just one thing after another. So I got up, did my thing, tried to work on this for a little bit. Tony asked me to cut his hair because ever since COVID, I've always cut my hair off and on by myself with trips to the hairdresser in between. And I keep my hair fairly short. Well, very short. Let's just say not fairly short, very short. And then I started cutting Tony's hair. Well, Tony has really curly hair, so you have to cut it just right, or it all stands up on end. And if you cut my hair too short, my hair is extremely straight, totally the opposite. So straight that if you cut it short, it literally stands up on end. So, so I have to be careful with both of us. Anywho's, so I cut his hair and I have to take my time with it. So that took like probably almost an hour. And then it was nearly lunchtime and it just, it was just one thing after another. And I was just feeling so out of it, like totally out of it. And once we ate lunch, and I had a very light lunch, I was not very hungry. I just was not feeling it yesterday, not feeling myself, not feeling good. So after lunch, I just told Tony, I said, I'm going to take a nap. I slept for 90 minutes, an hour and a half. I was so tired. I feel much better today, thank you. So that's a good thing. And Tony went out to see our horse Blue. And I don't go when it's hot. I can go when it's cold because I can always lay her up. But when it's hot and it's humid and it's nasty out, I can't go. My heart does not, it starts beating funny and I'm not comfortable out in the heat and humidity. Most people hibernate in the winter and don't want to go out and love when summer arrives and they spend all their time outside in the sunshine, which is probably why I'm highly vitamin D deficient from my latest blood tests. Like off the charts low. But anyway, I'm remedying that. I got some vitamin D3 with K2 liquid drops, plant-based. We'll see if that helps. I'll have to have it checked again in 6 months or whatever, I guess. But anyhow, so I did remedy that after 2 days of research, trying to find a clean, plant-based, vegan-friendly, third-party tested. It's hard. It's hard being me. I am very anal about certain things, and it's only getting worse as I get older. I thought it would get better. Nope. It's definitely gotten worse. So, yeah. Anywho, as you can see, this has been taking me forever and ever. Lots of knots. Tons and tons. In fact, I had way too much open space in this one. Like even right here, I should have stuck some more fabric in here somewhere. I didn't. But over here in the bottom, These pieces weren't here to begin with. And this piece wasn't here to begin with. There was just like, this was all open. I mean, that's thousands of knots, hundreds, if not thousands. So it got quite carried away. And I have these 3 threads that are thicker. They're size 5s. So I was using these, but I wanted to vary the colors, and everything else I have is either 6-strand. I have a bunch of 6-strand. So I've been using those, and I have these 5s because they're variegated, and I've been using those. So I just keep filling in. It's going to be done eventually. So my cousin, here's a story for you. I don't think I got to tell this on video. I don't think I told this in my last video. If I did, I apologize for repeating myself. However, I don't go back and watch if I don't have to. Who wants to listen to themselves? Not I. Thank you very much. So, yeah, I was talking to my cousin online the other night, and she said she wants to buy her sister, my other cousin, who is closer to my age than Maureen is, but she said she wants to buy a heart to give to her sister for her birthday. I think her birthday is in December. And so I asked her what color would she want? She said yellow. Well, I had just finished this yellow heart. Guess what she said? Perfect. So I was very happy about that. And I love this one with the beads and the wool in it and shiny ribbon and this big lace flower in the middle. She said it was perfect. So that's why I needed the frames. And when I found out Michael's didn't have any, not only did they not have any left in the stores, I had looked online and you could get like 6 for $45, which makes them like $3.98 a piece. They have no more online either. Are they going to restock them? It didn't say so. So who knows? I don't know. And I couldn't wait. Because I don't know when she's going to want these. I don't know if I'm supposed to take them with us when we go on our trip to Maine in the fall or what. So I was happy that she was extremely pleased with that heart. And then she wants a Japanese rice bag for herself in green. So that will be the next project coming up for me. And I have the components here. I had these fabrics, which I really liked. And I was thinking I was going to make just a solid plain bag with no hand stitching. However, since this is for Maureen, here's some more fabrics that I had stashed away. I also have, where is it? It's around here somewhere. I have some new fabric that I bought. Oh, it's right behind me on the chair. I went and bought from Joann's this fabric. So I have this one, which is, it almost looks like little plants. I don't know if that's showing up or not. And then this fabric, which almost looks like, it's little tiny flowers, but it almost looks like little shamrocks. So my cousin is more Irish than I am. She's like 100% Irish. And because she had it from both sides, her mom, and her dad was my uncle, my mother's brother. So, yeah, both her parents were not direct. I think second generation from Ireland. Anyway, so she wants a green one, and then I have a purple one that I made that was supposed to be for one of my granddaughters, but it ended up being way bigger than I wanted it to be for them. So she said the purple one was fine for whomever she's giving it to. I don't know who that is. Oops. And the purple one is not decorated at all. So I'm going to charge her way less for that one. And I don't want to charge her for hers at all, but she insists. So that's when I decided to make this heart for her. So I will make the rice bag, and I will make it more like the other rice bags I made with all the hand stitching and stuff on it. And I'm going to look up some Celtic symbols and hand stitch those on it as well. And then let's see, Sunday we went, I can't remember most of what I did this week, but anyway, it's not unusual. Facebook had shown me, I could do one more, but I'm not going to anymore. I'll save that for later. I can tie that off later. All right, so let me do this first. Sunday, we went to an antique shop, and the lady at the antique shop had shown on Instagram and Facebook that she had all these grain feed sacks, fabric for sale. She has a ton of, I don't know what I did, there it is. She has a ton of vintage quilts, but she wants $295 for each vintage quilt. So that's way out of my price range. Not saying it's not right, but I found this fabric, and you know, it's butterflies. Now from far away, I don't know how it's showing up on camera. It shows up almost as yellow, but if you bring it closer and out of the daylight kind of bulb, it actually shows up as green. I don't know if that shows up to you like that, but look at these little butterflies in the background, and then these butterflies. So you know I had to have it. It's a whole yard of fabric. Guess what I paid for it? $2. It was the cheapest thing in the store. I'm not saying that the other stuff wasn't worth it. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying it's out of my price range. So, yeah. I don't know if you can tell, but right here, I'm going to bring it down. Right? Let me see. More light. Right here. That's yarn. I had these bits of green yarn, and all I did was take them. I cut them about half this size, so they were like this. Pretend that's cut off at the top. And I stitched them down here in the middle, and then I sort of separated them with the needle and frizzed them out. And gosh, I'm finding beads everywhere. And I probably because I spilled the bead thing when I pulled that over. Gosh, I think that's from me having the fabric on there. I made this little rope bowl a long time ago too, when I was into making rope bowls. Golly, Martha. And I found it on my dresser, and I thought, I need something to put my beads in, and that was it. Okay. Anyhow. Boing, 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 boing. Yes, I'm jumping all over the place today. I'm a little hyped up because I was so down and distraught and out of it yesterday. 90-minute nap. I mean, seriously. That is way too much. What do I want to do? I think I need some more beads in here because I don't have, I mean, I have these. I really like these shiny ones in the Suffolk puffs. But I think I need a few more to even out what's over here. I mean, I have a lot of beads over here, and I just have these ones here. So, I just need some thread. I try and find thread that has like 1 or 2 strands that I've used before. Not used before, but cut off from when I separate them for something else. So that's what I'm trying to use. I don't like using sewing thread, but I use it in a pinch. I was using the nylon thread, but I don't have enough colors to match. And I do find that as long as it's in the same color scheme. I mean, have you ever seen so many different types, not types, but shades of green in your life? And they either go really yellow or really blue. It's wild. I didn't realize it until I started putting this together. So let's see. I need to make a bigger knot than that because otherwise these are all gonna come out. Oh, these machines, I cannot wait until they are done doing what they're doing down the road, down the golf course from us. It has something to do with the way the water wasn't draining and all this other stuff. And they've been working on it since, okay, not convenient at all. Not good. They've been working on it since spring. And it's hearing that, the drone of the, oops, I guess you want to be on there. Okay then. The drone of the machinery and then the beep, beep, beeping, which I don't hear yet today, but anyway. It's just been so much for my poor brain to, I have sensory issues, hearing issues, touch sensory issues. Oh my gosh, this, I thought that little basket was going to be good, but I keep knocking it over. So yeah, I have lots of issues. In case you didn't notice. Okay. And then I'm going to put, I want some little ones, little bitty ones. I'm going to have to dump them out to get them. Oops. All you big ones, you go back in there because I don't need you. I already have a big one. I don't want more than one. Wow. Today's a challenge, as is every day for me. It's okay. I've got this. And, yeah, so the noise has just been wearing on my brain, seriously. Seriously, that just constant machine sound. And starting at 6:30 in the morning is just wrong. It's just wrong. Just really, really wrong. So wrong. So wrong in so many ways. I'm going to fill this in with these little ones. No, I'm not using a beading needle. I'm just using a very thin, some sort of darner or sewing needle or something like that. I don't like beading needles. They're usually too long. I just find a regular sewing, hand sewing needle that fits through the space I need it to fit through. And I just fill in these little white holes here so that I don't have to put more knots in. Because holy cow, have I been knotting till I'm going nuts. I haven't worked on it at night because I was finding that my back was hurting. And I had to use the evenings to just stretch out. I'd get up and walk around every 15 minutes, which of course you should do when you're working on this stuff to stay stretched out and healthy. I hope I can get those frames apart. I really do. Oops. Oh, so back to the antique shop. She had some beautiful furniture pieces, not a lot. And she had to have minimum 100 quilts in there. But I mean, literally almost every quilt they were priced from $195 to $295. And like I said, yeah, I'm sure they're worth it. They're vintage quilts. Not all of them are antiques. In fact, I'd say very few are probably actual antiques, more than 100 years old. But they were vintage, and they were all in really nice shape. And she had purchased them from estate sales. However, I'm not going to spend $300 on a quilt to cut it up. I'm just not. So I was a little disappointed about that. I was hoping there'd be some more, I don't want to say fairly priced, but lesser priced, maybe. Quilts that I could afford, or maybe like some crib quilts that were less. But nope. I mean, even they were $195, the crib quilts, and there were only a couple of those. Come on. I know there's a hole there somewhere. So, yeah, I just decided that when I found this piece, she had some other pieces of fabric that weren't highly priced, but I'm very much about the cottons and linens and not polyesters. And I could tell that a couple of the packs that she had there were, like she'd have 4 or 5 pieces of fabric in a pack. And I'd rather spend my money on, like, maybe at a quilt shop or an estate sale or a yard sale or something like that, to get, I'm not going to go that way because I'll see the thread. Okay, I'm going to knot it just to make sure those beads stay in there. Get out of my way, please. And yeah, I'd just rather spend my money elsewhere. But I'm glad I found the butterfly fabric, because you know me, if there's a butterfly fabric, I'm probably going to purchase it. I have some downstairs that is even fluorescent colors. Yep, haven't pulled that out yet. Not sure what I would make with it. I'm not going to use that. Okay. No. Nope, you're overhanging a little bit, buddy. I didn't want you overhanging the outline of the heart, but too late now, looks like. Sort of crowded it right out of there. Now I have to fill this in here. So, fat thread to the rescue. Fat thread covers a lot more area with a lot less work. And I have to use a needle with a bit bigger eye. I could use a chenille needle for this, but nope. Because it's shorter. And I might have to if I can't get this threaded today. Oh, Tony, the husband. Let's see. Not yesterday. What was yesterday? Wednesday? Tuesday. He had an eye appointment. Now, the man has not been to the eye doctor in at least, I can't remember exactly when, but at least 6 years. And he's never had the best vision. Well, he came out and he looks at me and he says, the doctor says with my glasses on, with the glasses that he wears every day, he's got 20/70 vision in his left eye. I'm like, crap. And he says, she said I probably shouldn't be driving. Does that stop him from driving? No. I'll be glad in 2 weeks when his glasses come in. 20/70. He would not pass an eye exam at the driver's test right now. Oh my gosh. At least both eyes aren't that bad, but holy cow. 20/70. And he's always squinting. He's always rubbing his forehead, saying, you know, he has this like weird headache kind of thing. No sugar, Sherlock. I almost said something else. Don't want to offend anybody. Yeah. So, he's getting new glasses for sure. And of course, he's starting to get cataracts. Now, I had cataract surgery 2019, late December 2019. And so he saw me go through that. He doesn't want to do it, but at some point he's going to have to. So, but he's not going to get the lenses I got. I got the really expensive lenses at the time we could afford them. And so I don't have to wear glasses for close-up or distance. However, I have other problems with my eyes that the cataract surgery did not fix. Everybody has a little sac that behind their eyeball that kind of keeps your eyes moist and stuff. And in some people, those burst. Well, I had one burst before my cataract surgery, and I had one burst right after. And what happens is when the little sac bursts, you can live without it. However, the little sac is now floating around in your eye. And it makes my eyes like, you know, when you're tired and your eyes get that like white gunk sleep stuff in it, the white gooey stuff in them. Well, that happens, but it's behind my eyeball, so I can't clean it out. Highly annoying. And with my cataracts, well, not cataracts, with my new lenses after having the cataracts out, if I'm out in the bright daylight and it's sunny and blue skies, I'm fine. However, if I'm, too many threads hanging here. Ow! I just stabbed my other hand. Where was I? That's where I am. Okay. Go back down, little knot. I'm filling this in. If it's like overcast, that kind of gray or white kind of sky that happens now. It may not happen where you are, but it happens here in Virginia a lot. If it's like that, I have to wear my sunglasses because it's very, very disturbing to my eyes. Just spilled all the beads out of the little bucket. I guess that wasn't such a hot idea after all. Or maybe moving it out of the way would be smart. Although it doesn't seem I can get it out of the way. There. I don't know where that came from. Okay. Yeah, so I need to go back to that eye doctor, but the last time I went back right after my surgery, he told me I had scar tissue. And he said, I need to break it up with the laser. And I said, is it included as follow-up to the surgery? You know, is the price included? Oh, yeah. No, it wasn't. They charged me they charged us $300 for it. So I'm a little peeved at him. But anyway. Okay, I'm not going to do in there. I need to do over here, but I don't want to carry my thread that far and waste it. Here goes the mowing guy again. Ay. I can't catch a break. Okay. I'm so happy that I'm almost done with this. I mean, it's getting closer. Thank goodness. As you can see, it's been taking me forever. And then we also had smoke from the Canada fires again. The winds changed. and we had smoky skies again. So we had to deal with that. I think that was, what day was that? Monday. Monday we had to go out. We went out and did grocery shopping because I wasn't sure if, like, when I go to the other eye doctor, I go to a different eye doctor than Tony. That's not from me bleeding, is it? That's where I just poked myself. Yeah, that's what it is. Did you know your own spit gets your own blood out of items? Little tip for you. Or hydrogen peroxide will too. Anywho's, as long as I don't get any on the fabric, I'm okay. Monday we went grocery shopping because when I go to my eye doctor, he dilates my eyes. No matter what, he'll dilate your eyes when you go in for an appointment. Of course, they charge for that too, of course. But this America's Best, they didn't do that. But I wasn't sure. That's where Tony went, was America's Best. And so I said, if they dilate your eyes, you're probably not want to, I just poked myself again. You're not going to want to go grocery shopping with dilated eyes because, you know, you get your eyes dilated and it's very discombobulating. I'm going to go up through here. I'm trying to, I'm missing it, but I'm trying to get in between that loop there. And I'm going to just go back down, just sort of tack it down. I went through the ribbon. I'm sort of tacking that end down so it doesn't lift up so you can't see the white underneath. I've learned all kinds of little hints for doing these. Otherwise, you'll be putting knots where they won't really be seen because once this hangs on a wall and it's flat, you're really not going to see it. Okay, so I just have this little bit here. And we're almost at an hour, so hopefully I can finish it. I want to put some more bouillon in there because I don't have as many on this side. I only have one. Don't know why that happened. Which one am I going to use? I think I'll use this again. I just didn't have enough on the other strand to actually do it. Yeah. So we had smoky skies on Monday. No. Yes, on Monday. This week, it's been a blur, I tell you. And we went and did grocery shopping. Went into Michael's to check and see if they had the frames, and that's when I realized they did not have any more on the shelf, or on the hook, really. And when we got out to the car, I looked online. They were all sold out online, out of stock. They were out of stock at all the stores except for if we took a 2.5-hour drive towards the ocean. A couple stores down there had a couple. I was like, forget it. So I looked online, and I think I said this before, but the brand that they have online, the same brand as what I had purchased at Michael's, the Anchor brand, which I assume is the same as the Anchor thread. I'm guessing. I don't know because it is considered an embroidery hoop. I should raise you back up a little before I make you crazy dizzy. Should have done that before. I apologize for forgetting. But they're $12.99 on Amazon. And they were $5.99 in Michael's. Same size, 8-inch. So, yeah. I did not get the same brand. That's why I got the off-brand. I keep poking my hands with this needle. Well, both needles. I'm going to do one more to cover this area here. Whoops. I go counterclockwise, which is opposite of what everybody else does, because I find that my thread doesn't twist as much and I get a better bullion out of it. But to each his own. All the rule books say you're supposed to go clockwise. Leave it to me to find an opposite way to do it. Now, when they stick up, when I've made my bullion too high, can you see that it's sticking up a little bit? I just go up underneath it. Oops. No, I don't want to stab it yet. I go underneath it and see how it's sticking up there? I can clearly get my needle right through it. I'm going to just tack it down. And sort of make it sit and stay. And I'm going to put a couple of knots in here. Let go. Oh, please let go. Everything wants to give me a hard time. And today, the sky is blue. So the wind changed Tuesday. And the weirdest part is the map. I caught something. The map said for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it said Wednesday, the sky would be clear for us, but it would be bad from DC north and in North Carolina. Now, I'm in Virginia. How does the smoke get from DC, which is only 70 miles away from here, to North Carolina without coming over us? North Carolina is south of us. I don't know. Somebody explain it to me. How does the smoke avoid us for a day? But anyhow, I'm glad it did. It did clear up, but boy, Monday I came home. That started the week off. I came home and I was going to do a video, but my eyes would not stop burning and tearing, and it was terrible. I was not in a good place, and I could barely see what I was doing. So I didn't get to work on this much. And so I washed my sheets and remade my bed and ate. I think I ate all day. I had the munchies all day. No clue why. There's that yarn that I... See it? See it stick up? It's all fuzzy. Makes me happy. More texture. The more texture I can get into this, the happier I am. And I don't want it all to be from yarn, from thread and knots. So that's why it is going in that direction. That one's caught. There we go. So that was Monday. Monday was not a good health day for me as far as I couldn't see anything. Everything was all watery. Tuesday, what was Tuesday? Tuesday was the doctor's appointment. And while eye doctor for Tony. And while he was, I waited with him in the waiting room. And then when he went for his exam, and then he had to go out and get a test and do this and do that. Anyway, then while he was doing that, I walked 3 shops over. We were in one of those malls that it's not an enclosed mall. It's one that you walk around in outside. Each store entrance is from the outside parking lot. I don't know if I'm explaining that well. Anyhow, so I went over to TJ Maxx I saw a pair of pants I liked, but I didn't try them on. Am I done? Could I possibly be done? No, I think I'm done. Hot diggity dog. Thank you guys for helping me get through this. I saw a pair of pants, but I didn't feel like trying them on. I might go back, but I'm at that size right now that a little bit of give is still good for me, and those pants had no give at all. So I don't know. They were $68 pants for $16.99. I really liked them, but I don't know if I'm going to go back and get them or try them on, actually. It's done. There it is. Yay! Just in time, too. Just beat the clock. Alrighty. So that'll all get ironed out. And then once I get these new frames to open up, I can't believe how hard they are to open. The other one was not that hard. It stretches out. Oh, that's pretty. That was a lot of work. Now that's a bigger heart than the first one, if you I don't know if you can tell. But this one is bigger by far. So, yeah. I don't know if that shows up much on camera. If I put this one over this one, it overlaps it by, I don't know. Well, they aren't laying flat, so I'd say at least 1/4 of an inch, if not a little further. I need a drink of my tea. Okay, so the next project is going to be another rice bag, just forewarning you. If you want to join in, that's great. I probably need to tack that down at some point. I like it sitting above there, but I don't like that it can be lifted up. Let me do that really quick. My next project will be a new rice bag. So just a forewarning, if you don't want to be part of that, that's what I'm doing next. If you're sick of me doing rice bags or any other kind of bag. I just need one, like 2 threads out of here. I'll pull that one out and I'll pull that one out. Yeah, this one will be green. Have not made a green one yet. And since it's for my cousin, it'll be embellished. I don't think I've shown you the purple one I made. I'll show you in the next one. I'll show you in the next one. I did make a purple one, I think on camera, but I made it plain purple, like it has no embellishments on it, just made it on the sewing machine. And it was supposed to be for my granddaughter, but it was too big. I don't want to lose that needle. I did lose my needle the other day on the rug, on the carpet below where I sit. And I used my little magnetic tool. This thing here that I got from Tractor Supply, Harbor Freight. This little bit is a magnet. Found it right away. So I was happy about that. Good investment. Okay, let me just get this tacked down. One thing I did learn, another thing I learned was don't tack everything down. Like this was tacked down all the way around except for this part here. And I wanted it lifted up above this ruffle because it was getting lost. So yeah, if you think you're going to want to layer stuff under something else, like I think the yo-yos were one of the first things I put on this. Well, the flower was, and then the yo-yos. And I worked around that the rest of the way around. And then you can just go back and like tack down like this. And attach a few things so that it can't be lifted up in the fabric seen underneath, or over time gravity pulls it forward and then you can see the, what's behind it because it falls forward or whatever. So, and these are not meant to be washed at any point in time. Because there's a lot of stuff on here that might not wash well. There, I should have started over here, but I did not. And yeah, you can always go back later and tack down better, sew down completely, whatever you want to do. But I did learn that too. I'm going to go back to that one place, and then I will say adieu. No, farewell. Auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye. Ciao. Bonsoir. I don't know. I don't know my languages that well. I'm just pulling it out of my hat, for lack of a better, more appropriate word. Just one more right there. I don't want to pull it down and get it behind this ruffle again, but I want it to be sort of tacked so that it doesn't lift up. So I'm just going to leave it a little bit loose and tie it off. I don't know that I'd use this fabric for all of my backgrounds on these. I'm going to experiment with some other fabrics next time around, because I didn't use this fabric on the first one. I used this kind of off-white beigey one. Really like that, but I like what's on it. I'm not sure I'd like this for every one of them. And I got this in a pack from Artistic Artifacts, so there's that. Yeah, so when I get this frame on it, and these frames do have these hangers on it, I guess I could take that out, but I'll leave it on. It's going to look very nice when I can get this frame apart. See, it does bend, but I can't get it apart. So I will work on this, and if I get it apart and get this, I'll picture this, I'll put it at the end of the video. Thanks everybody for joining me. I hope you're having a happy crafty day and that you're doing well, and I appreciate you being here. Love you all. Take care. Bye.